In this video, I'm going to show you 5 evidence-based principles I use to help me lose 10.5 pounds in 2 months, going from 88.9 kilos to 84.1 kilos. I'm Duncan, a GP working in the UK with an interest in truly holistic ways to reach optimum health and longevity. I'd be honoured to be your guide to get you to the best possible state of fitness, health and well-being, so you can own your place in the amazing universe. Let's get into the detail of the 5 principles. Whole plant foods are any food that comes from a plant that hasn't been significantly processed, such as fresh or frozen fruit and vegetables, whole grains, and legumes, which includes canned beans. They have very low calorie densities. This means a large volume of whole plant food contains a small amount of calories. As an example, half a kilo of tomatoes contains around 90 calories. That's less than almost every small chocolate bar or biscuit. A small biscuit can be eaten in a couple of bites and leaves you wanting more. Half a kilo of tomatoes would be hard to finish in the first place and would keep you full for ages. So, eating foods with low calorie densities makes it much easier to maintain a calorie deficit while not feeling as hungry. More on calorie deficit later in the video. Whole plant foods contain a lot of fibre, which benefits weight loss in several ways. Fibre feeds the microbiome in our gut, which in turn boosts metabolism, reduces inflammation, reduces hunger. This is partly due to the short-chain fatty acids released by the friendly bacteria when they feed on the fibre, but also as the fibre directly affects our natural hunger and satiety pathways to make us feel less hungry. Sometimes a bacteria within our microbiome can increase the risk of weight gain, while other types of bacteria are more beneficial and promote fat loss. Eating a fibre-rich diet with lots of different whole plant foods feeds the beneficial bacteria that promote fat loss. This increases their numbers while decreasing the numbers of harmful bacteria. Studies have shown eating an anti-inflammatory diet can help lose fat, as well as reducing the risk of many chronic diseases and in improving mental health. Whole plant foods are generally anti-inflammatory. They contain large numbers of beneficial nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, polyphenols and fibre, as I previously mentioned. Basically, plants are insanely healthy foods. Ultra-processed foods, saturated fat, excess salt and excess sugar can all increase inflammation in our bodies. So as a simple rule, eating more whole plants and less processed junk leads to an overall anti-inflammatory diet which will help you burn fat and improve your overall health. Ultra-processed foods, or UPF for short, are calorie dense. This means a small amount of food has a large amount of energy. They are designed to be eaten quickly to increase sales and profits for the food companies. So it's very easy to eat a large amount of calories in a small amount of time. This in turn prevents our natural satiety or fullness signals from kicking in before we've eaten too much. UPF is intentionally addictive. Again, this is to increase the profits for the food companies, but also drives harmful overeating in many people. UPF tends to have a low fibre content, or if there is fibre to make it appear healthy on the label, it has been processed to the point it has lost its natural size and shape, so it's less beneficial. Low fibre foods do not trigger our natural satiety signals, so we continue to feel hungry after eating. They also starve our microbiome in the large bowel, leading to an unhealthy balance of microbes in the gut, which increases the risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes, among many other health problems. To increase shelf life, reduce manufacturing costs and make it more palatable, i.e. more addictive, UPF contains all sorts of chemicals and additives. Some of the most harmful and likely to increase body fat are emulsifiers, stabilizers, gums, and artificial sweeteners. Emulsifiers are tiny molecules that stick water to one side and fat to the other. They are used to give UPF different textures or properties, like making sliced bread softer when fresh and more crispy when toasted. But they act like washing detergent inside our gut, disrupting the microbiome and making the protective layer of mucus on the lining of our intestines thinner and more permeable. This can lead to reduced microbial diversity, inflammation promoting microbes getting too close to the immune cells within the gut, and allowing toxins within the gut to enter the body. This is commonly termed leaky gut. Just a note, soy lecithin is not as harmful to the microbiome compared to other emulsifiers. Stabilizers and gums also disrupt the microbiome, leading to a reduction in diversity and an increase of inflammation-causing microbes. Artificial sweeteners have also been shown to reduce microbial diversity in the gut, increasing the risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes. Sweeteners also trick our natural hunger and satiety signals, making us hungry and crave sweeter foods. So it's very important to check the ingredient list on any food you buy. If it contains a long list of ingredients and ones you can't typically find in someone's kitchen, it's likely UPF. In particular, avoiding emulsifiers, stabilizers, gums, and artificial sweeteners will really help you on your fat loss journey, as well as improving your overall health and longevity. Just remember, the emulsifier soy lecithin is not as much of a problem. If you want to learn more about UPF, Ultra Processed People by Chris Van Tulloken is a great book that I highly recommend. Stress is a whole body process that animals evolved to protect themselves from harm. That includes us humans. Stress is only intended to be active for a short time until danger has passed. Sadly, the modern world seems to be set up to trigger the stress response all too frequently. Chronic stress increases inflammation, reduces our ability to fight infections or cancer, reduces testosterone in men, harms the microbiome, increases insulin resistance, affects sleep quality, and causes fatigue. It also makes us crave unhealthy foods, among many other negative consequences. Chronic stress also increases triggering for addictions, which includes food addiction. Therefore, stress makes it much harder to lose fat, as well as being very detrimental to our health and longevity. Mindful practices and meditation are extremely helpful. I see it like going to the gym and training the calm and focused bit of our mind. Our stressed out minds will often tell us we don't have time for this, or that it won't work. But I promise you that you can find time, and it does work extremely well. There are huge numbers of videos available on YouTube guiding you through meditation or other mindful practices. Simply taking 3 conscious breaths, where you focus all of your attention onto one part of your breathing, can ground you in the present moment, shut your mind up for a moment, and reduce stress. Getting into the habit of doing conscious breaths regularly is a highly beneficial tactic. It's very easy to do anywhere, and it's one of the mindful practices I do regularly every day. You can do conscious breaths with your eyes open or closed. Take a slow breath in and either focus all of your attention on the movement of your chest or the temperature change in your nose, before breathing out even slower than your inhale. Letting your body relax as you let go of the air. You can also count your breaths or say in your head, in and out, as you take some slow breaths. This can help quiet your mind, as your mind can't say anything stressful for you if you're making it count or say the words in or out. Try different ways, see which one suits you best. You could consider supplementing with ashwagandha. Studies have shown that it works by reducing cortisol levels. Cortisol is one of the main stress hormones. Ashwagandha is one of the only supplements that I have noticed working on the first day of taking it, and my whole family now take it with huge benefits to our mental health. Ensuring adequate sleep is vital to reducing stress. This leads me on to principle number 4. Sleep is the only thing nature hasn't been able to evolve out of a single living organism in the history of life on planet Earth. This is despite it being a state where organisms can't defend themselves, feed themselves, or reproduce. Therefore, sleep is non-negotiable and affects every system in our body. Not getting enough sleep has a hugely detrimental effect on our mind and body and our ability to lose fat. Sleeping less than 6 hours a night puts our body into predominantly sympathetic nervous control the following day. The sympathetic nervous system is our agitated and stressed state. It increases heart rate and blood pressure through the day, increases cravings for unhealthy or sweet foods, and increases insulin resistance. This makes it much harder to lose fat when we don't sleep for long enough. The less we sleep under 6 hours, the worse the problems become. Having adequate sleep reduces blood pressure and resting heart rate, boosts motivation and mood, improves exercise performance, increases testosterone in men, improves overall mental health, cognitive function and memory, and it strengthens our immune system. Literally every part of our mind and body benefits from adequate sleep. If we feel at our best, we find it much easier to stick to healthy lifestyle changes. Adequate sleep also improves the health of our microbiome and gut health. A lack of sleep harms the microbiome, leading to reduced microbial diversity and increases inflammation-promoting microbes. Aiming for 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep a night is optimal. It may be necessary to make some changes to your schedule to ensure you give yourself adequate sleep opportunity, but it's totally worth it. To improve sleep quality, it's important to allow your body to cool down and be in a dark environment for 1 to 2 hours before going to bed. That means no screens close to your eyes, even if you plan on watching my videos. An important point to consider is the average half-life of caffeine is 6 hours. This means if you drink a strong coffee at 12 p.m. containing 200 milligrams of caffeine, you will have 100 milligrams of caffeine active in your body at 6 p.m. and 50 milligrams still active at midnight. That's the equivalent of one Pro Plus tablet 12 hours later. If you're sensitive to caffeine, it's advisable you limit your intake to the morning if you want to get good quality sleep. To lose fat, we need to be in a calorie deficit. That means the calories we eat need to be less than the calories we burn each day. It's simple physics and the laws of the universe, and we can't break those laws unless you've got a quantum spoon or something. It is more complicated than that, as we all digest food differently thanks in part to our unique microbiomes, and we all burn different amounts of energy as we live. However, keeping track of your own calorie intake can help you maintain a comfortable deficit that's right for you and your own energy balance. Moving our body more to burn more calories helps to a degree, but our bodies are smart and like to maintain a state of balance. The process of maintaining balance in the body is termed homeostasis. So if we move more and use more energy, our body tries to keep internal balance and reduces energy expenditure in other body systems, such as the immune system. Therefore, using our food intake to provide gentle calorie deficit is more effective for fat loss than exercise. But I still advise trying to keep active for the best possible fat loss results. Firstly, you need to know roughly how much energy your body needs each day to stay at the same weight. This is called maintenance calories, or basal metabolic rate. To find out your own maintenance calories, you can Google how to calculate maintenance calories. This will give you several calculation methods or easy online calculators to use. Use one of the methods or online tools to calculate your personal daily maintenance calories. Then subtract 200 to 500 from the answer to create a deficit for your daily calorie intake. The easiest calculation is to multiply your body weight in pounds by 15 if you're moderately active. To roughly convert your weight from kilograms to pounds, multiply your weight by 2.2. I weigh about 84 kilograms at the moment, so my calculation would be 84 times 2.2 to get my weight in pounds of 184.8. Then I would multiply 184.8 by 15 to give my rough maintenance daily calories. So a gentle calorie deficit for me, if I was moderately active, would be around 2,500 calories a day, or 2,250 for faster fat loss. You can adjust the deficit depending on how you feel. If you reduce your calories too much, you'll feel very tired, overly hungry, and probably be a grumpy sod that's no fun to be around, which is a hard place to be if you want to make a new healthy lifestyle change. You will also need to recalculate your calorie intake as you lose fat, as your maintenance calories will decrease as your body weight decreases. You could consider using a food tracking app for a period of time to help get an idea of the calories in your diet, as well as other nutritional information such as carbs, fat, protein, and fiber. Some of the apps even have micronutrient information that shows you the amount of vitamins and minerals in the food you eat. Most of these apps have excellent algorithms to calculate the right calorie deficit for you based on your biometric data such as weight, height, and age. If you follow the first 4 principles, maintaining a calorie deficit would be much easier. For example, focusing your diet around whole plant foods means you can eat more food and feel full as they have such low calorie densities. Using a smaller calorie deficit takes longer to lose fat, but is much more sustainable as a long-term healthy lifestyle change. Once you have reached your desired weight, you can stop eating in a calorie deficit and start eating your maintenance calories. Although I am a medical doctor, the information in this video is not formal medical advice and is intended for educational and entertainment purposes. Please consult with your own healthcare provider before undertaking any significant health or lifestyle change. I hope you found this video helpful. Losing fat, improving your health, reducing the risk of chronic disease and increasing longevity all take long-term lifestyle changes. It may seem hard at first, but as your body adjusts and you feel the benefits, you will want to keep going. You can do it. You can achieve your goals. I wish you the best of luck. Add a comment below if you want to know more about any given topic, and I will do what I can to answer your query. If you want to learn more about fat loss and some of the tweaks you can make to boost fat burning, click on the link to go to the next video. Always remember, we are all part of the universe together. Much love.